First up on day 4 of the Louis Vuitton Trophy, all for one against Synergy. The start box action surprisingly sparky in the light airs, with the Russian boat hounding the French-German outfit and trying in vain to inflict a penalty.
Now look for the hook, there is an overlap. The boat leading back required to keep clear. Overlap established.
Sebastian Coll managed to keep all for one clear, and the boats were even as they came off the line in a split tack start. Having trailed around the top mark, Francesco Bruni began to apply the pressure as the boats approached the gate. Synergy loading up to attack and then pulling the trigger.
Bottom mark gate, it's Synergy. Lead change there.
That was the game breaker, Synergy going on to notch up another win. In stark contrast, but true to current form, Mascalzoni Latino were on their way to notching up another loss. The dice have not been falling for the bottom of the table Italians, and it was another unforced error which cost them the race in the start box. Gavin Brady, harrying Artemis Racing, swung just too close to the Swedish boat's stern. The Italian bow swiping the safety wands on the stern of Artemis. Penalty, Mascalzoni Latino. Once again, a race was decided before it had begun, Artemis taking the point. Roles were reversed in Flight 2, Match 1, all for one, hounding Synergy in the start box. Sebastian Coll getting the best of Francesco Bruni to lead off the line.
A big speed build by both boats. Synergy will be very slow off the line.
Synergy still trailed at the top mark, but Rod Dawson, calling tactics on the Russian boat, was preparing a bottom mark move as they closed on the gate. Seb Coll was now staring at Synergy's stern, but it gradually began to get closer. And when a lee bow tack on the Russian boat failed to stick, all for one tactician John Cutler had Coll hold his course to cart Synergy past the ley line.
Second lead change. Well, what a beauty.
The lead had changed again, all for one holding on for the win. Mascalzoni Latino's rematch with Artemis Racing was again decided in the start box, but this time at last the Italian boat was on the right side of the ledger. Gavin Brady outmanoeuvred compatriot Cameron Appleton, the Italian boat leading off the line and staying in front right around the track. Key moment in the much-awaited match between BMW Oracle Racing and Emirates Team New Zealand was also at the start, this time on entry. A slightly biased line and a sharp entry by James Spittle was compounded by Dean Barker being slightly slower to enter, and the Kiwis' starboard advantage was nullified. The Americans had the start and the side of the course they wanted.
And it's Emirates Team New Zealand at the pin and Oracle at the committee boat end. We did hear bias to the committee boat end. That could be a key moment there for Jimmy Spittle.
By the top mark, Spittle had eked out a solid lead and held it right down the run. Barker could never get close enough to mount a serious attack. Once around the buoy, the American boat was off and running for a 7th straight win. And in the final match of the day, it looked like they were going to pick up where they left off. Spittle in total control in the early stages of the pre-start, but with less than a minute to go to the gun, Spittle loosened his grip ever so slightly. Barker wriggled clear and then launched an attack of his own.
Now Barker now is in quite a strong position. Very strong position for Emirates Team New Zealand at the moment as Oracle bail out of there.
This time the Kiwis had the best start and the best side of the track. However, American tactician John Kostecki made the calls to keep the game really tight. And by Mark 3 in the run for home, BMW Oracle Racing were riding the Kiwi stern. And it was all on for the run to the finish.
The next 0.8 of a mile should be a little beauty. Emirates Team New Zealand around. Oracle, their Jenica set. The New Zealanders are up and off.
Kiwi tactician Ray Davies fought valiantly to protect his lead and backed himself to go for wind pressure rather than position.
Nice lefty. So he's negative late.
Nerve-wracking times as the finish line loomed. The American boat closing all the time.
It's the Kiwis just bow forward. They go, whoa, it's close. Emirates Team New Zealand. Kiwis by, they were overlapped going over the line.
Winning margin for Emirates Team New Zealand, just 1 second. The unbeaten run for BMW Oracle Racing was over.
He drove at a pretty good time, but I bet he didn't.
You know, it looked pretty good halfway down the run because it looked like the pin end was a little favored, and I think we had him. Then the wind lifted a little bit, and so we weren't going to lay the pin, and it looked like we were doing a jibe in, and close race. I think they just got us by a few meters.
Our turn to hit, all the line by us there. We had a great start, and it was pretty much a reversal of what happened in the first race. And they kept it pretty close, and it's always a bit tricky on that last run to the finish whether you match on that first one or back what you're seeing on the water. So we did that and we hung on. So very happy with the final result.